All right, let's dive right in. You've probably heard of neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. Well, it's not just a bunch of techniques. It's really built on this foundation of incredibly powerful beliefs. People call them presuppositions of excellence. And honestly, they're like a toolkit for looking at the world and yourself in a totally new way. So let's kick things off with a pretty big question. What if everything you experience, every conversation, every feeling, every single conclusion you come to, what if it isn't a direct line to reality itself, but just a response to your own internal, totally unique map of that reality? That's the core idea we're going to unpack here. Now, the people who came up with NLP, they developed these beliefs by studying folks who were just exceptional at what they did. But here's the cool part, the real invitation. You don't have to just blindly believe any of this stuff. The goal isn't to adopt a new religion. It's to run an experiment. Just try, acting as if these ideas are true, and then just see what happens. You might be shocked at the new choices and results that suddenly open up for you. Okay, let's start with the belief that really unlocks all the others. This one is the big one, an idea borrowed from the philosopher Alfred Korzybski, and it is absolutely the master key to understanding NLP. So, the map is not the territory. What does that even mean? It just means we never actually experience the world directly. What we experience is our interpretation of it. Think about it, right? Two people can go to the exact same party. One has the time of their life, the other feels totally alone. The party, that's the territory, it was the same for both. But their internal maps, shaped by their own unique beliefs and memories, created completely different experiences. And this is where it gets really wild. Our own neurology is what makes this happen. Our senses are getting hit with something like 400 times billion bits of information every single second. I mean, can you even wrap your head around that? To deal with it, our brain just filters that flood all the way down to about 2,000 bits. And it does that by deleting, distorting, and generalizing stuff based on our past. So this shows you exactly how our internal representation, our map, gets built. It's not reality. It's a super filtered, personalized version of it. So if we're all just operating from our own unique maps, let's take a look at the beliefs that kind of govern how we build that inner world, the rules of our own personal reality. These three beliefs you see here are just fundamental to our internal experience. So first, they tie our physical state directly to our mental state. Second, they suggest that what we see in the outside world is often just a mirror of our own inner programming. And third, well, they just hammer home that core idea we started with. Every single one of our maps is powerfully and fundamentally unique. First up, there's no real split between your mind and your body. They are one interconnected system. When you feel anxious, your body immediately responds. Your heart starts pounding, your shoulders tense up, and it works the other way too. When you stand up tall, take a deep breath, your mental state actually shifts. This whole link is a two-way street, and when you get that, it gives you two different levers to pull to change how you feel. This quote from Carl Jung just nails the next idea. Perception is projection. The qualities or behaviors you notice really easily in other people, well, they're often a direct reflection of what's already present inside your own map. It's like if you can spot it, you've got it. Our world out there acts like a giant mirror for our world in here. Okay, so let's see how all this stuff starts to affect our interactions with other people. If you adopt these next few beliefs, it can just fundamentally change how you see other people's behavior, how you communicate, and what you might normally call failure. So look at this. On the left, you've got some pretty common and, let's be honest, often frustrating ways of looking at the world. But on the right, the NLP view offers a way more empowering and, frankly, more effective frame. Just notice that shift. It takes us from a place of judgment to a place of curiosity, from blame to responsibility, and from dead ends to actual learning opportunities. Okay, this one can be a tough pill to swallow, but it is so powerful. It suggests that even when a behavior seems harmful or just plain weird, there's a positive intention behind it for the person doing it. Their nervous system is trying to get something essential, like a feeling of safety or control. Now, this doesn't excuse the behavior at all, but it lets us separate the person from the action, and it lets us look for a better, healthier way to meet that same underlying need. All right, let's talk about the F word, failure. In the world of NLP, it just doesn't exist. There's only feedback. See, when you see failure as an identity, I am a failure, it's totally paralyzing. But when you see a result you don't want as feedback, it's just data. It's telling you, hey, that approach didn't work. It's not a judgment on you. It's just info you can use to change your strategy and try again. And that is how you build resilience. But it's really important to add a little nuance here. Clinical psychologist Stephen Breyers makes a great point that just dismissing a major failure as mere feedback can be a problem. He says that sometimes that profound disappointment of a real failure is exactly what gives us the push for our greatest successes. So just casually brushing it off can kind of diminish the value of what we were trying to achieve in the first place. It's a really crucial point.
All right, now we get to the really aspirational beliefs in the NLP toolkit. These are the ones that are all about growth, about being resourceful, and really about achieving excellence.
Look at this like a sequence for empowerment. Step 1. It all starts with a simple belief that a solution actually exists. Step 2, it's about knowing that you already have the core internal resources, things like creativity or courage or focus, to find that solution. Step 3, this is a great reminder that excellence is a learnable strategy. It's not some kind of magic. And finally, step 4, well, that one might just be the ultimate key to success.
And this right here perfectly illustrates that final point. This is called the law of requisite variety. In any interaction, any system, whether it's a negotiation, a relationship, managing a team, the person with the most options, the one who can change their approach on the fly, has the most influence. If what you're doing isn't getting you the result you want, try something else. Flexibility is your superpower. So wow, we have covered a lot of ground, from the maps in our heads to the power of flexibility. But let's bring it all back to where we started, that invitation to just experiment. At the end of the day, these presuppositions are choices. Henry Ford's famous quote just nails it. Our beliefs create our reality. NLP simply suggests that if you're going to believe something, why not consciously choose a set of beliefs that empowers you, that creates more options, and that actually serves your growth? So I'll leave you with this final thought, a bit of a challenge. You don't have to try and adopt all of these at once. Just pick one. Maybe it's there is no failure, only feedback. Or maybe behind every behavior is a positive intention. Which one of these beliefs, if you really, truly lived by it for just the next 24 hours, could completely change the way you see your world? Give it a try. The territory out there might just surprise you.